Walmart Nicodemus. Maybe there's hope for you after all, Walmart. Video. Yeshua, aka Jesus, and Nicodemus. Thank you, Nicodemus. Now, Walmart supplies the Sabbath candles. I just went through this thing to find my crazy glue. See, I'm still trying to recover it. So once we found the crazy glue, there's a retaliatory curse that amps up. Well, I have to find it. I can't. It's a new place. I can't let it drip on the floor by accident. So I had two open ones, and one is closed. The other one I'm trying to find a cap now. I just open one of these. Get one of the caps out of there. That's sure. Oh, it took me a good 5 to 10 minutes to find it. They're devils, man. There's no doubt. No, there's a church mafia, man. That's really the best way to describe it, or a church mob. No, it's probably every religion that freely worships without being harassed by law enforcement and spies and all the rest. Well, what they're protecting is the money, the income. It's organized crime and racketeering, but what it does is it makes money. So again, they arrest some people, but not everyone. There's like if you learn the limits, and the question is were the other people sent over the limit just so they could be arrested? That's really funny because I got one. I got one of those wood look vinyl floors that looks, it has like imperfections, and I'm like, oh, do I have to mop that up? I still have to take back some of my vinyl. I got one back today, and pick up some new vinyl. I'm just not. I don't want to run with gas too much. I have to get down to Ross Township and get to my storage unit, but uh, I had to get this Sabbath done, and I was planning to do it last Sunday setup, but a bunch of stuff crashed. I got to get this recycling gig down. I just got bottles everywhere. I got to rinse them out. I was trying to do it like, again, I didn't have the power, and Hashem couldn't provide the power for whatever reason. I want to get a bin, and I want to get the blue bags. Not supposed to use the blue bags when I dump it into the bin, the big bin, but I want to have in the house it set up so I can, it'll be nice and clean. But in that process, it's getting messy. So it's kind of bright out here. That's pretty weird. I wonder if I got the right time. I guess if I said 6:17, which means 18 minutes from there. I can't believe near time it's up. That's phenomenal. And I was able to raise it back up. So, cause my worry was that when I stand in front of it, it'll be in the way of seeing the crown, the top of the ark. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with the fireplace. Oh, that's what I was gonna do, right? So I'm gonna build another one of these, but I'm not gonna have that eaves on the top. I got another design that I was wanting to do. I'm gonna put like a large overhang and brackets, a bracketed roof, and that'll probably drop it down another 12 inches, maybe 14 inches, and that's give me the space for my fireplace. I can't believe I figured this thing out. I have to paint it black. And Hashem figured it out on his little robot toy. Plastic's good. I love these candles, Walmart. Might be hope for Walmart after all. May just be Kansas. No, maybe they're all assholes. The whole place an asshole? I don't know. You know, even the nice people are assholes, right? I think it's because everybody's ruled. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's effed with and everybody's ruled. So they walk around on pins and needles, except for the people that are, totally wealthy and they're paying the dirty cops and the dirty PIs and all that. And I 100% believe that it's narcotics and trafficking and sex trafficking that's paying for the deep state in Kansas. See, the key was 2008. The traditional rich people, the majority of them went by the wayside, and you either came along with the deep state or you get nothing, right? Or have to step aside. Right? Right, because remember, those are the people that took care of people. Now I got my arc up. It's getting a little walk around the floor going. Again, I couldn't ask for a better place, but I think a year here, I don't know where. Hopefully, I get my money. My outdoor lights are on. My solar lights, the red and blues. See if we can get them on. Trying to decide whether I wanted more red or more blue. Well, I can't believe I'm here. I wish I could have got here like 10 years ago when I left New Mexico. I just wanted to get someplace I thought was safe. That's really why I moved to Oklahoma, but I was wrong. I don't know if I could have made the run all the way here back then. I was better health. I probably should have. I loaded that truck by myself like it was nothing. Right? Probably would have been great life if I could have came back here. I never saw the Pittsburgh area though. I don't know. The only way I saw it was to see Ohio. And then I was like, nah, nah, that's not gonna work. I don't know what to do. I gotta get out of this debt. I have to get a loan somewhere probably. And, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. Right? I'm just tickled to be in like a normal place. Now, even like this season in Kansas is nasty. I don't know what it is. The whole place is nasty. Moving towards the airport. Hey, I thought the airport was over there. Oh, you just took off from the airport. My Yamaha, and I got to figure out who I'm supposed to get. See, we're working for Hashem. It's like, I forgot who would give the refrigerator to. I mean, Larry Kabod. About rapid defilling. Let's wrap our arms around each other. Rapid defilling didn't get us anywhere. Got you all red. Neighbors, I don't even see them. Get outside already. Come on outside. What are you doing inside? Sitting there watching TV, you know. That's it for tonight. I can't do any more. At least my health picked up a little bit in the afternoon. I was left off all morning. Well, I did take my they cursed my allergy meds away. So every once in a while I'm off of it, and that can cause inflammation. I'm not sure what the plans are for this place. Apparently, the taxes. I told a woman, it'll probably be gone eventually. The trailer next to her is a guy who used to live there. I forget what happened. I think the father died. The kid doesn't live there, but he doesn't pay the taxes either. I said, if he's not paying taxes and they're trying to fix this place up and it looks like that, I said they'll they'll get rid of it eventually. Because you think the county will work? Well, I said, of course. They don't want this thing here. It's a vacant nothing, It's just going to rot. So they'll seize it, most likely for back taxes, and then work with them to put a new one on there or something. Right. Because she's all work. Because she moved in 22 years ago. I'm like, well, I could have. Geez, I had a great life. Thank you. But I tell you, yeah, it's an eyesore, and we're not into putting people like the county wouldn't go. Let's just evict people. Like, he's not gonna be like, yeah, but there's nobody living there. Right? All we know is a bunch of mice running around inside. I mean, that's another point. The health department needs to look at it. Right. And that'll probably condemn it. But she said that the notice for the back taxes has already been given. Right? And I know they don't want it here. That's for sure. But there's nobody in there, so it's like you're not really doing anything to anybody. She said she saw the kid like I think a year ago or something. And the fact that the kid could be dead, who knows, right? You should just give up all interest in the property and walk away from it. Right? But I guess if he doesn't pay taxes, he still owes it, right? Unless you seize it, I don't know. If you seize it, does that? I guess yeah, you have an auction, and that would maybe satisfy. That probably satisfy it, right? But you got to do it soon. I mean, you don't want that stuff just keep crewing, right? Because then maybe it won't, right? Yeah, a good time to do it is once they get like another month and a half. They should have another 4 or 5 of these things completed, the newer ones. That'd be a good time to look into doing that. Yeah, I like the one that like wasn't there. I don't think it was there or available when I came through, and I don't think they're dropping the price on it. They might. It's listed at 14. I don't think that's one of the ones that they dropped to 12 or 13, and then I get $50 off or so for being a veteran, which I appreciate. I don't get shit for being a veteran like almost anywhere, except here. I just they fuck me. That's what I'm sorry I use those words. That's what it's called. They fuck me. That's what they do. They fuck veterans. It's in New Mexico, Texas. Well, I'm a veteran. I'm wealthy in Texas because you fuck other veterans, right? That's how you get your money. Right. See? Right. It's really nice, but I think it's close. Maybe it's not that much closer because it's kind of off the side. It's got a lot of trees between it and the antenna. It's a nice one. I wish I could have, but I think that one would stay at 14. Right. Then again, I appreciate the utilities. I think I should have did this. I don't know. Gas heat is amazing compared to like electric heat. You have like 15 gas types of gas alarms and CO2 alarms. I have the one wired in. I have one that's on the Wi-Fi, and I have one that's the voice that tells you everything you have to do. It's a combination, right? It tells you what it is and what's going on. Right, people obviously don't have that stuff. There's a leak and like nobody knows. That means nobody in the area has a gas alarm. A lot of people have CO2 alarms, but I don't know why they don't require gas alarms. It makes no freaking sense. Because most people only do the CO2 and smoke. Right? Doesn't make sense. Right? I have CO2 on everyone, I think, and I have smoke on everyone, but I have gas on I think two of them. I gotta find out gas refrigerator. Oh, tired. What a day. Let's do this.
שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד
I might actually move this into one of the spare bedrooms and just make that like a temple room. But I had to get it up quick. I bought some more vinyl, like just for the arc space, an 8x6. I still have the big piece of vinyl. But I'm gonna have it's like a dark kind of reddish brown, but really dark, almost black. It looks good. Can't believe I got the Maritime out. I was like, when I found out I couldn't like drill, and I'm like, I wasn't planning to do a whole bunch of drill. I don't think I'd do it anyway, but they didn't say it. Well, because I just like if I'm only going to stay here a year, and that's what I think. It's just too nerve wracking for me. I mean, if I buy one, I would have bought. This is the point. This is where I was probably supposed to be like 20 years ago. Thanks. And then I would have been like, I would have bought, maybe even bought a trailer. But again, the $110,000 for that one house. My mom was just, they listened on the wiretap, and they knew that she was going to co-sign on the loan. So they follow her, and then she gets afraid, and she won't co-sign. Collier County in Naples, Florida, PD, Sheriff Department. No burning in hell for that kind of shit. You can't say Jesus ain't your little toy, all of you. Your little you rub the tummy of the bed. It's the Christian rub the tummy of the Buddha. Just say Jesus. Jesus, I get out of jail free now. Jesus. Right. That's how most churches are. We're working on this. One day will be nice. Maybe we have like 50 million instead of just 25 million. Jesus is 50 minutes too late. Yeah, Pope and I have some similarities. We're the same headgear, Well, he's got that yarmulke. I got work to do on the ark. I have to build another ark and the fireplace. I'm not sure what to do. I guess I'm going to take this out. It's going to be too heavy for this floor, maybe. I don't even know what to do. I don't want to not build it. Right? Let me think about it. Figure it out. Maybe one of the rooms, right, spare rooms. One day get it. It's not a full size, but almost full size Sephardic. But boy, they were cursing me. I couldn't get to it. Sephardic Torah. Right? Looks so cool out here. Red and blue lights. So peaceful. I love red and blue. I wonder how long the LDS has been stalking me. Because I was usually when I do a good deed, it'll flip. Like the LDS will attack me or the Baptist will attack me. And I think when I was helping that Venezuelan guy, because at a certain point I was like, boy, this singer, I'd love to marry her, but I mean, she's young and I'm older. But she said, it's the idea is if I had it all do over again, kind of deal, right? So they probably took it out of context. Oh, he's going to go to Salt Lake City and have sex with you, and kidnap and have sex with people. But yet the guy that actually did that, nobody stopped him, right? They couldn't catch him for how many years? Even when a cop interviewed him, right? Right. So that's all you got to look at to figure out they're full of shit. Right. I do. Whole Foods even worked out better. I don't know what's going on. Governor will be a rich man if he isn't already. I saw some amphetamine. I think. I don't know if it was real amphetamine or not. I used to dress like amphetamine. Amphetamine used to dress like amphetamine. We're both not dressing like amphetamine anymore. I don't know what happened. That's how I used to dress. It was like really weird because amphetamine. That's how I used to wear those shorts, those long shorts, no socks, and like a set of tennis shoes, and like just a baggy shirt. And then then he started complaining about Fetterman dressing that way. He stopped dressing that way, and then I stopped dressing that way. I don't know. It wasn't intentional. But it's funny. I used to dress just like Fetterman before. I mean, I didn't know Fetterman existed like that. Right. Pennsylvania bumwear. Actually, Fetterman should do that. Fetterman should start a clothing line. His wife could do it. The Pennsylvania bumwear. But it's funny because it has to be related to Pennsylvania because independently two people dress exactly the same and like it's different than everyone else generally from other states. But people in South Philly dress that way every day. They used to dress like that in Kensington. Now they're too like zombie. They're too tranked. Now you're lucky they got clothes on. whatever they whatever they pull out of the Goodwill locker or wherever they get their clothes. Yeah, we're taking care of that. Yeah, you better be moving to Mexico because the judge is not going to hear that you're not moving in Mexico, but you're moving to Venezuela. I'm not, you know, I'm thinking you are, but I don't know. I think your operation in Mexico is strictly CIA covert, but I don't. I mean, and they may be doing some stuff with Mexico. Whatever, it's great, man. I get the lights off. It's just like amazing. Yeah, I don't like how the thing with the near Tom it does bend a little bit. Little piece of wood. I don't know. I guess if it's bending or anything like that. Oh, I see. That's it. So I need to. I should have. I knew I should have put super glue on the Velcro, and then it wouldn't do that. Mm, So I'm gonna screw it. 'Cause, like I got the cue from Hashem, right? Oh, I could put a piece in there. Spacer. Oh, I see. The whole thing. I put spacer in there. It's the plywood on the back that buckles. Like I say, when I'm gonna eventually build a backdrop for it, and then it'll tie into the backdrop. I'll go into a solid piece of wood. So I got that flame bulb going. Right. Got a lot of pieces for it. And I might. Feels like my mother's house in New Jersey. That thing would always creak. Well, she had a big entertainment center. Jesus, it's like a duplex that she owns. It's like my mother, like no consideration. Like, well, in your life, like she's complaining about how miserable life is, but it's just like I'm like I was like in my 40s. I'm like, but I'm in my 40s, mom. Don't you see that it's even worse for me? I wanted to make this longer, but this is the best I could do. Short notice. I don't think it'll fall. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I want to use some wrap and pull it tight. Velcro wrap. I got a couple spots where I can put that in.